You're watching Taste of Victory.
What's up,
No, you're actually not watching Taste of Victory. What's up, guys? I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Tasty RC.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up? This is not Taste of Victory's channel. We're actually here with Donkey
Whoa,
Kong.
bro, that was inconspicuous, bro. That's exactly your intro. What are you talking about? Alright, bro. Well,
You're
we're
right.
here
I need a little
talking
tease for that
about
intro.
the BT8 format and just kind of talking about like what the meta is probably going to look like and our takes on the like this tier list basically. So this is the best undisputed tier list for sure. So don't watch anyone else's tier list, especially Huang's tier list sucks. And yeah, so we're just gonna be talking about the decks this format and how good they are. So I guess let's go ahead and get started. So this first pick, Three Musketeers, Tasty. What do you think about this deck, bro?
Alright, so Three Musketeers. Oh, man. So I remember a lot of hype when this thing was introduced, and I get it. You know, the big waifu deck and everything.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
unfortunately, I think this deck really is not going to have a place in Booster Set 8 because Armors are going to be one of the most popular decks, and like just Armor Purge all your removal, you know? These guys don't have DP-based deletion. So I'm thinking this is like low tier C, because like it's still a competent deck. I think it's kind of mean to put it in.
I wouldn't put in like D. I'd probably put in like, I would agree, probably like B or C, unless there's like some spice I'm missing. I also think, in addition to what you said, bro, Eismon also goes to like 1. So like,
That's true.
having 4 scatter mode plus 4 Eismon was like broken in this deck. I mean, broken even though it's not like good for this format, but like it just makes it like worse. So I don't think this deck is really doing anything. Like you said, Armor Purge, hybrids are still around. You're really not like getting rid of anything. Now, X Antibody on the other hand, bro, you get a lot of new tools to work with in this deck. I think X Antibody, in my opinion, I think this is like A tier, bro.
I agree. This gets so much support, and it's like really good.
Yeah.
You got protection. You got huge security checks. You got gigantic DP. Like, this is a really good meta call.
Gigantic DP. You got like I think you get Oriumon this set, which like unsuspends an Alphamon. You get another Surgeon in the form Ryudamon. You get the Yuji Tamer, which I forgot what he does, but I know like every list runs like 4 of him. I think he's like you gain a memory draw card when you move a X Antibody out or something. But in other words, the deck's like much more consistent, much more powerful. And, I mean, we've seen Diaboromon do some stuff this format, so it's just like that on steroids.
Without like the full support, imagine with like the full line.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got the full line. The only thing you're missing is, like, Oryuken Alphamon. So that's, like, the last, like, icing on top, bro.
Right, I totally agree. This thing's like a great meta call too, because like you can boost your DP so high out of like yellow deck ranges. You have an option, I think, to Digimons and then destroy, so that counts as armors. You know, like he's got really good tools.
Oh, they do get that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy, actually.
That's a solid tier A deck. Really
yeah,
solid.
I know. I agree, bro. All right, so next deck. I don't know. This is just a long one. I don't know what this is supposed to be representative. Maybe like
Is that blue hybrid?
Blue hybrid, I guess. So blue hybrid. I think arguably is like the best deck this format. Would you agree, Tasty?
Best deck this format? I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah. We've seen it like take worlds. We've seen it have success at DigiFest. Like, it's an insanely powerful deck, and I think blue hybrid's probably still gonna be like really popular, especially because of the armor purge running around. You can strip materials underneath like the armored Digimon, and so that they won't get like their armor purge effects. I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, I think that is a really good matchup into it, especially if they're not running like a top end, because the top end they could like DNA, and then that gets rid of the stun, so that kind of makes it a little harder for them. But it doesn't boil them down too far, I think.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot the fact that like DNA Digivolution resets like every single like status effect on it, huh?
Yeah, that makes the stunning a lot harder for blue hybrids.
Yeah, that does. That might. Oh, dude, do you think it's still A tier? I would still say it's A tier.
I think it's a really efficient deck, so like it can maybe be like the bottom of A tier.
Yeah.
But I think with like how popular DNA focused decks are going to be, because like that means Mastamon can also play around the stun.
Mastamon can play around it. Imperial Dramon can play around it. Yeah.
Yeah. I say like this is like the absolute king of B tier.
Yeah.
But,
let's put in B tier for now.
Justify low A too.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that, bro. I didn't even think about that. This man's a ruling expert. Check out his video on the DNA guide if you want to learn more.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Now we got one of my favorite decks this format, green hybrid, bro.
Green
I
hybrid.
think this
Green
deck is
hybrid
still
here.
saucy. This deck can still mesh it up, bro.
So I'm not sure how this guy does it in Booster Set 8. You know, it's not something I've been testing like with the other decks. But like it is a really efficient deck. All the memory manipulation you can do is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, the memory manipulation, the fact that JP reduces costs, like Metal Copy Terramon, Beetlemon evolve for one, and then Beetlemon can like search basically any combo piece you need. I still think it's a very efficient deck. You also do get the option to now run the green armors, though. I think is a big piece there. So now you get Rydramon, you get Rapidmon most of all. Rapidmon plus Willis as like a new green tamer. So I think you get a lot of new tools to work with while still maintaining like you said, a very efficient like base for like your deck. So
seriously.
Yeah, I'd probably put this in like a B tier. Maybe not like one of the best decks, but I think it's a strong contender for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, all
That's
right.
a perfect spot. For
Now we got the deck I am looking forward to the most out of next set, bro.
Ooh,
Blackboard Greymon. This deck is instant A tier for me. There's no way it's not A tier.
Oh, hard to agree. Yeah, this deck is insane because you finally get that legendary tamer removal.
Yes, sir. The tamer removal is crazy. That is what the people have been asking for. That is one of the reasons why Tamers and evolving on Tamers is like such a broken mechanic, is because there's not that many cards in the game that interact with those like Tamers, right? But Blackboard Greymon potentially blowing up 2 of them, that's wild, bro.
Insane. Yeah. Don't gotta worry about Sora Joe anymore. You can hard slam your searchers, no fear. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, he's a crazy aggro card, and then you've got the Metal Greymon as well. That card by itself is a boss monster.
That Metal Greymon is amazing. Such a good card.
Yep. Yeah, so I think all those things, plus with existing support like Marcus, Nokia, Agumon searchers, etc. Yeah, this deck's easy A tier for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A's easy A tier.
Alright, now we got the Bond decks. Everyone's most hated or maybe most loved decks from BT6. I don't know. That format dragged on for a while for me. I ended up hating these decks. But
yeah,
they haven't been really that popular in this format, have they? I think Gabumon maybe a little bit, but not. I haven't really seen Agumon much.
Yeah, Gabumon really synergizes with the blue hybrid package, but yeah, Agumon, it's kind of like, what does it do that Gabumon can't? If you're gonna run
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like unfortunately like Gabumon is so powerful, but like its effect doesn't hit hybrids, so or like tamers. I mean, it's like who cares?
Yeah.
You know, I'll just wait to evolve.
Bottom deck
So
3 things, none of them are tamers.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Yeah, so I would honestly, like, these cards are still really, really powerful, don't get me wrong, but I would probably put them in, like, like low end of B tier, probably. Like,
low end of B tier, really?
I think, like, by themselves they're good, but as a dedicated deck, I would probably, like, never do that.
Yeah, I think that's fair, because, I think plenty of Black or Greymon decks will even be running like a small Agumon package to like push for extra lethal and stuff.
Yeah.
You can justify that. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, now we got a
random like their own decks that could be lower. Yeah.
We got this random like rogue deck in here, Chaos Dramon.
Machine Dramon Chaos.
Machine Dramon, bro. I don't know if you know, Tasty. I love the Machine Dramon deck, bro. Me and my friends have been testing out at locals. Like Machine Dramon plus like Kaiser Nail is like the best combo in the game, bro. It's hilarious.
It's so satisfying to get off. Yeah, it's a cool deck.
Yeah, it's a super cool deck, and Chaos Dramon does give you a little bit more to work with. He's a removal card, but like realistically speaking, like this deck is not competitive at all. All right, I don't care what True Champ Steven says. This deck is not good. This deck's going in D tier.
I think D. You just can't be affording to give that much memory if you don't see the Kaiser Nail combo.
There's no way. Yeah, if you give your opponent more than like 5, you're like losing the game. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. It's just too slow. Gives too much memory. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Alright, so we got Trubimon, Purple Hybrid. I guess Purple-Yellow Hybrid, most people running it that way, or just Trubimon package in general. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think most people... I think the most you're going to see Purple Hybrids ever is in Cherubi. And how did NVIDIA fall? Like, Cherubi has a church going for it right now. You know, 1-0 is trying to adopt people into the church of Cherubi. But then this is like falls off the face of the earth. I think the problem is that BT8, the game gets really aggro, and Cherubi is just not able to keep up. Because this is a slower format. You know, people are in BT7 are trying to set up their tamers and stuff, so they give you a chance to set up, and you don't get that chance at BT8.
Yeah, I don't think you get the chance either. You literally like turn 2, you're evolving into like a Imperial or like a Pyledramon DNA or like a Magnamon or whatever. So I think even in this format, like this deck's great against most of like the slower decks, like yellow hybrid or like even green to an extent, right? But like terrible matchup against blue and like terrible matchup against anything that like kills you past like turn 3. Like you just need too much time to like play your Tamers, play your Pokemon, get the purple cards you need, blow up your Cherubimon. So yeah, I'd probably put this in like a I don't know, man. I think it's like a C tier deck.
Oh, I would have put that in D tier, to be honest.
We'll leave it in C for the sake of Huang. But yeah, Cherubimon, I love the card, but it's just not it, man. Not with blue running around, not with all these DNA decks and stuff like that.
Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next card or deck. I don't know if this is a deck. This is a random secret rare from the next set. What's this guy called again?
His Japanese name is Daemon.
It's Daemon, yeah. It's Creepymon in English, right?
Yeah, Creepymon. People, if you tell him to subland, they get so mad. His name is Creepymon. Yeah,
so one of my friends was asking me, he was like, bro, why is this card's name Creepymon? And I was like, because they had to censor it, man. Just deal with it. But yeah, this card, I honestly don't even remember what it does. I think it like trashes cards, but I don't think...
I legit have to look this up right now. I just pulled it up on .10 because I have no idea either, bro. When Digimon tries to top 2 cards in your deck for each of your opponent's Digimon, if 4 or more cards are trashed by its effect, you can play a level 5 or lower forward Digimon for your trash without paying its memory cost. Okay, so it's Lucemon.
Yeah, maybe that's good in like Mastamon. You can bring back like a level 5 and then like DNA with it. Possibly. Maybe. I feel that's just like I don't think this card is good, bro. I don't know why this is on here.
It's a mill type deck.
Yeah, maybe like maybe you play mill deck. I don't know. I'm putting in D tier regardless. If I have to look up what the card does, it's not going anything past D.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Alright, bro. We got Diaboromon next. Diaboromon's kind of saucy, man. This deck's kind of wild.
It is kind of wild. I feel like if we didn't have blue hybrids running around, this would legit be like top tier anti-meta deck.
Yeah, it's a good anti-meta. Yeah, like you said, it's a good anti-meta deck. There's just too many problems with like the tier 1 decks that make it like not viable. I would agree with that. I'd probably put this in like a...
It gets any better for it in BT8 because everything is more aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that you can like check like 17 cards or whatever with the security tech plus a million Diaboromon is really cool. And like you've got like decoy blockers with the tokens and like the promo crew Starmon stuff, but I don't really know if it's not really doing anything this format, and like the game just gets faster, so I feel like it'll do less next format. So I'll probably put this like a low C tier.
Yeah, I agree with that. Low C tier. Everything's too fast. Decks actually run blockers now, like that Magna Grum, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, alright. Next thing we got here is Diaboromon, which I guess like just coincides with X antibodies, so I'm gonna just like we already kind of talked about that. I'm going to just put it up there. Red Hybrid. Does this deck get any new tools next format? I honestly feel like we don't get that many like red cards, do we? That aren't like Black or Greymon, right?
Yeah, I don't
think so. I'm looking at the set list right now. Like, well, what does Red Hybrid do next format that's not already doing? Like, you just like punch hard and like hope your opponent doesn't have any like disruptions, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, yeah, I can see this being like a good like rogue pick. Like this coincides with like Jesmon, right? It's the same reason people have been playing Jesmon since BT6, where like you can just blow out your opponent with like a 5 check randomly, and like they probably can't do anything about it. And I don't think really most decks play blockers next format, anyways.
Yeah, I agree, because this deck usually just ignores your opponent's field until you can OTK anyways.
Yeah,
so I think
literally.
That kind of aggressive strategy just always exists in a vacuum. It's always kind of okay, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think as long as these decks are around, like they'll always be like kind of good. So I'm kind of just gonna lump like Jesmon with Red Hybrid because they like basically do the same thing. They're just like really anti-meta. Like you just 5 check your opponent, you just draw good or else you lose. So I'll probably put these in like B tier.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now everyone's favorite purple deck, at least my favorite purple deck, because of the queen herself. We got Lilithmon, Lilithloop. What do you think about this deck post Eismon restriction?
Man, I think the post Eismon restriction really hurts it a lot because like that card does so much. That card carries purple. You can OTK
that card hella carries purple.
You could dig for your pieces off of that card. You could do a bunch of stuff. So you can trigger like discard effects off of it. So I think like it really hurts it a lot, but like the Lilithloop itself is so powerful and efficient. I'm sure purple players will find a way to fix it up.
That's maybe exactly what I think. Yeah. I would probably put a V tier. Like I literally think, dude, like going off of like a Yu-Gi-Oh analogy, I think Loathloop is like the burning abyss of this game, bro. I think this deck will not die.
Yeah.
Because I thought this deck would be done after Mega Digimon Fusion got banned. And then going to EX1, we're like, no, we're going to run win rate. And it's like, okay, well, BT7 comes around, what are you doing about all these hybrids? It's like, nah, I'm running Eismon. So, like, I literally think, like you said, the loop still exists, you're just a little bit less consistent. But there's possibly other cards you can play to help with that. I think this deck, bro, I would honestly like put this like high B tier. I still think this deck is hella good.
Yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be a way to keep it relevant. It'll like the loop itself, yeah, like it's still good. It's still possible. So B tier is a good spot. Yeah,
exactly. All right, so next we got Magna Grum on here, which like I honestly I didn't notice this was like a separate thing. I'm glad this is here because like there's kind of like two versions of like blue hybrid running around. Because if you look at Top Cut for like Digifest, there's like traditional blue hybrid and there's like Magna Grum on turbo. Like I think I want to say like second or like third place. There was like some top list that was playing like four Koji and like 4 Magna Gurumon. It was like crazy because I thought this card sucked, but like apparently it's really good.
Right. Yeah, I've heard people starting to differentiate them. But yeah, I agree. I think it's really good in this meta too, because like how we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Traditional blue hybrid's gonna have a tough time stunning because of the DNA mechanic.
Yeah.
So now you kind of just want to turbo into Magna Guru
and just like bounce all their stuff.
Yeah. They lose so much value off of that. But I think this could be like a really decent anti-meta call. It's still good.
I think so too. I'd probably put this like high B tier. I think it could be a really good anti-meta call because, like you said, there's only like 2 mechanics really that get around like Armor Purge, which is like de-digivolve and like returning to hand or returning deck or whatever. Yeah. And so if you can do either of those, I think you're like golden.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be good. It's going to be better than the Source Strip Stun version.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then we got Magnamon or like Vmon Armor Rush, bro.
Armor Rush.
Armor Rush, bro. This deck.
I love these guys.
Oh, that deck's crazy, bro. Instant A tier.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It's just so efficient. Low-end decks are always just so efficient, and that fire rocket option, man, it's so funny for crazy OTKs out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's funny we were talking about this, because I literally saw Tasty playing the Vmon Rush like a day or two ago, like on one of the servers, bro. Because you can like run, you basically get access to like every good armor. You have like Rhydramon, Flamedramon, Magnamon, etc. And not only that, but then you can play all the good, like, DNAs. You can play Shakuamon, you can play Pyldramon. You're, like, actually playing a rainbow deck, bro. It's crazy how much, like, utility you have.
Yeah, the deck is super flexible. You could, like, tailor it to your meta, anything, your locals, whatever. It's so good. You can really adjust it for, like, any scenario.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And, like, especially because of all the broken option cards you get as well. Like, they've got, like, a Mass Change. They've got, like, a Purge Shine card. They've got, like a security attack +1 booster. So it's like you said, very, very versatile deck. I like it a lot.
Very versatile. Yeah, it's a great aggressive deck.
All right, we got a shout out to the purple players because you're not getting a whole lot next set. We got Malamyotismon.
I forgot this card was in the set.
Bro,
the first Malamyotismon card.
I've tested it out a lot. I will say without a doubt, this is the best Malamyotismon they've printed in the game. But that's probably not saying a whole lot. So like this, this card's like a cool like win condition, but it just requires like too much setup, and it like even when you get it off, like it's honestly like not good. That's all I can say about it. It's like not good. Do you know what this card does, Tasty?
What's it do?
I think like you like play it and it like trump sword something, and then you like trash the top card of your opponent's security. But you have to have 5 or more Myotismons in your trash to do that though.
Yeah, I need to request it, but I do remember this card now. I think like some dedicated players that really love purple will be able to do something with it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's just you need to tailor your entire deck to it so much. And it's so much setup for okay payoff.
That's why it's so much setup for like a card that's like good, but like I could have like
easy to play around.
Yeah, it's too easy. There's too many counters to it. I don't think it's good, bro.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's good.
Yeah. Now some of the other better purple cards. There's a lot of purple stuff in this in this set, but it's just not playing in like pure purple decks.
Yeah, there's a lot of great dual color purples.
Yeah, lots of dual color purples. Mastamon here. This is one of the strongest decks I think for the next format, bro.
Yes, I agree.
I would put this probably A tier. Like I think between Mastamon and Imperial, I would probably say Imperial is a little bit stronger just because of how fast it is. But
Yes.
the ceiling for Mastodon is pretty crazy. Anytime you can evolve, any card that says you evolve this for 0 is like by default like good. Not to mention the utility that Mastodon gives you, being able to play out level 5s like Magna Grum, like Lucemon Chaos Mode, being able to blow stuff up. It's just an all-around crazy card.
It's such a great card. There's so much control options in it too. You can run Health Sites, you can run Chaos Degrade, and then like Mastermon's ability, like you said, it basically just sets you up for your second DNA Digivolution right away.
Exactly.
It's really aggressive control deck. I like it a lot. I think bottom of tier A is a really good spot for it.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say too. Like I would definitely say just because V Armor Rush is like so quick and like the Imperial Dramon deck is also like very easily able to set it up because like your DNA target is like one level lower than the Mastamon, like it's only level 5, right? So it's like a little bit quicker that way, but Mastamon definitely really powerful.
Yeah, and I think like there is a bit of a clunkiness to it, since you have to like hope to have Gatomon to be able to DNA.
Yeah, Gatomon's like your lifeline in that deck.
Like that. Yeah, so like it's definitely a little piece reliant, so I think that holds it back in the A tier, but it's still super good.
Alright, bro, so next we got Ophanimon Fall Down Mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and say like let's pair this with like yellow security control / hybrid, because that's basically what plays it, right? So like every like yellow hybrid Jet Sylphie recover deck plays this card, and I think this card does so much for like the archetype. And not only do you get to recover one if you've got a yellow, but if you got like Gatomon underneath or like a yellow purple card, whatever, you also get to pop a level 4 lower. So it's a really good high end that like not only allows you to recover, which is always what you want. We've seen Seraphimon and Dynasmon stuff played in this deck before, but now it's a yellow-purple dual-colored, so actually lets you play Zwart Defeat again. It makes that card much more viable.
Very true. Yeah, I agree. It's such a good utility card. It does a lot in one roll. And then I even see like Monstermon decks even tuck this thing in. It's so versatile. I think that deck is going to be really good.
Yeah, exactly. And then not even to mention like like you said, the Flame Hellside card that's often paired with this is like crazy because you get to blow something up and bring back like a 6,000 or lower. So I'd probably put this
card,
like low A tier.
And then DP minuses, so like that's just so important in this meta with armors because it's one of the primary ways to get past their armor purge.
Yeah, well, I think armor purge is just anytime it's deleted, right?
Oh yeah, but it doesn't protect against DP minus because like the rookie will just get deleted underneath.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. That's very true. I forgot about that, yeah. Oh, dang, tasted with the rulings. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's very true. Okay,
I just been playing too much. I love BT8.
Yeah, bro. All right. Now, probably are the scariest deck, like one of the decks that can like actually OTK you like turn 2, turn 3, is Pile Dramon / Imperial Dramon DNA. I'd definitely put this like high tier 1. Or A tier, whatever. Just because, like we said, your DNA target is one level lower. Pile Dramon is very easy to get into. Your usual turn 1 is like evolve rookie, evolve Stingmon / XVmon, or like play Davis or something. And then from there, you can like hard play another champion, go into a Pile Dramon. You've got jamming now with the XVmon, swing 2 times. You can bottom deck something. Sets up for your Imperial Dramon, which, like you said, just takes out your pieces that you used last turn and then sets up for another DNA evolution the following turn. So it's a very quick deck. And then you also get to play all the broken blue cards like Ice Wall, Hammerspark, Davis, etc. So I think all around just crazy deck.
Yeah, definitely. I think you said it all perfectly. Yeah, it's super aggressive. It sets itself up for its next turn play. It forces you to answer it right away. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. And then it's also versatile because like you can play like some of the armors, to be honest, because like the fact that you just need any blue level 4 to make a Pile Dramon, you can play like Flame Dramon, Ride Dramon, even Magnamon as well. So like lots of versatility as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of way to build it. You can put the jamming Vmon from X1 and then just be aggressive that way. You don't even need to run like the Imperial Dramon in fighter mode. You could just be like a full low end deck and be aggressive like that.
Yeah, literally,
dude. Fighter mode and stuff to have more answers.
Yeah.
It's super versatile.
All right, so next deck or kind of deck is Rasenmon, which I was actually watching. If you guys know Primitive TCG, he put like a Rasenmon deck up like for showcase, and it looked pretty cool, man. It can do some stuff for sure. I think Fury Mode gives you some more cool plays, but I don't know if it's like actually like competent competitive deck, man. Like I don't know if you know what these cards do, Tasty, but like Rasenmon's like not great, bro. I'd probably put this like D tier.
Yeah, I have it pulled up, so I'm reading it, and I don't know, yeah, because of the problem, like Rassemon itself wasn't too powerful of a deck, and this is kind of
Yeah.
like a boost to it. So yeah, I don't know how much it'll
Yeah,
affect it.
like my problem with Rasenmon, bro, it says you can like trash up to 4, then one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3. I wish it was like Shine Greymon, where you could like distribute it
Yeah,
however you wanted. I think if it was like that, it'd be much better.
yeah, I agree. That'd be a lot better.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry to any Rasenmon fans. This deck sucks, but yeah, all right. So last two decks
Yeah,
here, we got green, we got Shivamon, bro.
Shivamon. Nice.
Shivamon, Shivamon goes crazy, dude. This card, I've been watching a lot of DVP's videos where he's been showcasing Shivamon. I think
Yeah.
this deck's crazy. So for you guys who don't know, I'll show you what Shivamon does real quick. He has a couple really cool effects, which I think this card's viability depends on if side decks stay in the game or not. If side decks stay in the game, this card is like easy A tier. Because during your opponent's turn, while all your Digimon are suspended, your opponent cannot use option cards. That shuts down a lot of decks. And then also just randomly, while this Digimon unsuspends during the unsuspend phase, you get to just trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So it's really good against every security control deck as well.
Right, yeah, it's so good. The options in this deck are amazing too. It's a really great control deck. It's really efficient because it focuses on Digisorbing since it
Yeah.
wants all your stuff suspended anyways. So like this puts you on a timer once this thing's out. The no options ability makes you have to battle it, so you gotta
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
you can climb fast enough. It's a really good anti-meta deck in this format.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And like you said, I don't know how you would pronounce this option card. The one cost that like suspend stuff. You
Yeah,
like
I have no
yeah,
idea.
you know what I'm talking about. So there's this one that's really cool. And then like you said, Digisorption's just a crazy mechanic because I mean we've seen Argomon level 5 go to 1. They just printed like another Digisorption
Yeah,
level
really.
5, but they made it Digisorption 2, so it's slightly more balanced.
Slightly more, yeah.
Yeah, slightly more balanced. But yeah, I think Shivamon's like, I'd probably put like high B tier. I think if side decks stay, it's A tier for sure. But
Okay.
very
Yeah, that's
very good
fair.
anti meta deck, I think.
Right, yeah. This is like a deck where you have to work a little bit harder, but it absolutely has answers that you could use to get far in a tournament.
Yeah. All right, and last deck or last card we kind of want to talk about is just again more yellow support. I think yellow has the best armors in the game. You've got like literally all the good ones, and as well as a lot of the DNA targets too. So this card, was this Sylphimon, right?
Yeah, so
Um, yeah. So this has been played in like a lot of like the yellow hybrid decks. Like I've seen just straight like yellow red Joker decks or like yellow hybrid like DNA decks or whatever. Because this card's crazy by itself, but paired with like all the other like hybrid and DNA support like you have, it's just absolutely crazy. So this card, no, not nuts. This guy, what does he do? Where's his effect? I think it's like -5,000 or something whenever you digivolve it. Yeah. So when
yeah, I
digivolving,
think
one of
something
your
like that.
opponent's Digimon gets -5,000, and if it's DNA digivolve, you then delete something 5,000. So this is really solid board control for like a format that's strictly revolving around like champions and ultimates, which I think this
Yeah,
format
definitely.
is. So like, Sylphimon really solid.
It's really great, yeah. And then like even outside of Yellow Hybrids, it has its own deck that gets better in BT9, but in BT8 is pretty decent too with like Daniel Human and Cody and stuff.
Hmm.
It becomes like an aggressive DP minusing deck with what's that guy? Postmon's Mega, whatever it's called. Their top end. So like I really like this deck a lot. I think it's like a solid B deck because like you just DP minus everything and then like swing over it. I
Yeah.
think it's like really good.
Yeah, we'll put like a high to mid B tier for now, but I think like realistically any yellow deck can because we've seen a lot of like Japan lists that are playing like Rapidmon and Yellow Hybrid. You could probably like play this like Shakuamon as well. You just have so many options for like your like mid to like level 4 level 5 range because of like just all the cards they give you in BT8, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely. That's very accurate.
So yeah, guys, that's our tier list. So that is our greatest booster set 8 tier list of all time. End of discussion for the like I said the BT8 meta. So let us know what you think down in the comments of kind of our placements of the decks and our thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think of all these decks and what are you looking forward to playing in the next format. But guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Tasty, say goodbye to the people.
Thanks for having me on, Donkey Nog. This is a lot of fun. I'll have to say goodbye. Hopefully, I'm back on soon, though, guys. Let us know how you think what you think about how right our tier list is the best one on the internet.
Or how wrong.
All right, but I'll see you guys. That was really fun being here.
Yep. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.